everyone, and welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, your friend in yoga and off skates training, and this is Rio, and today I have 5-minute wrists for you. So today in particular, we're going to be thinking about extension and flexion of the wrists, particularly because this is the position of the wrists as we go upside down. So this particular practice will conclude with an inversion hold. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to come into tabletop position. So find your way into your tabletop position. Again, we want shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips, and just start to find some circular motion. So we're going to take the shoulders around the wrists here. Go ahead. We're going to start and find a few times in one direction. Perfect. And as you make these circles, can you start to feel the outline of the palm, the outline of the hand, pressing into the pads of the fingers? Perfect. And then let's go ahead and go the other way. So finding those circles, going the other direction. Perfect. Yeah, same thing here. Can you start to find the outline? And then knowing that you can take this as far or not far as you like. And that just depends on how big you make those circles. Good. Go ahead and ease it up from there. Nice. You can just kind of shake out the wrists. So for this next exercise, we're going to go ahead and flip the palms so that the fingertips are going to point towards your knees. And then start with those shoulders behind the wrists, right? And then from here, we're going to work into this wrist extension as you start to sink the hips back towards the heels. And then as you sink the hips back towards the heels, if the palms start to want to come up, that's okay. Let them come up. Go where you can go or want to go. And then press down through the pads of the fingers. Engage the fronts of the forearms to shift your way forward. Awesome. Let's do that 2 more times. Go ahead and shift back, bringing those hip points towards the heels. If the palms peel up, let it happen. Press through the pads of the fingers. Find your way back to the start. Yeah, 1 more time here. Go ahead and shift it back. Hands might peel up and then find some engagement. Press through the pads of the fingers. Feel the fronts of the forearms and back to the start. Awesome. All right. Once again, give those wrists a little shake. So from wrist extension, we'll go wrist flexion here. So go ahead and point the fingertips towards each other. We're going to come onto the backs of the hands. And so knowing that you can put as much weight in this position as you want. So with shoulders more over the wrist, it's going to be more. As you shift the hips back, you can kind of ease up the amount of weight on the wrists in this position. So from here, we're just going to be pressing through the backs of the hands to lift up into fists. And then with control, release back down. Good. Go ahead and come on up. Nice. Release back down. Yep. We're going to do about 5 here. And you can always do more if these feel particularly nice or effective for you. We don't usually put our wrists in this position, right? So sometimes it's nice to give your body a chance to go the other direction. Perfect. All right, 1 more time here. Bring it down and up. Good. And then go ahead and just find a comfortable seat. Shake it out. We're going to finish this short practice with an overhead active stretch for wrist extension as we work our way towards inversions this summer. And then we're going to finish with a final downward facing dog hold. So starting with those arms overhead, go ahead and reach the arms overhead. You're going to flip the palms so that they're pressing towards the ceiling. And then from your seated position, you're creating the action of finding that handstand or that inversion by pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Nice. Letting the shoulder blades rise up. Good. Nice. And so pulling those fingertips back, we are just holding this active wrist extension position. Good. The further we can go actively without pressure or force, that's how we can know our range of motion, right? So we can check in with this particular position now and then to see how our active range of motion is changing. Good. Take 1 more deep breath here. Good. And then relax it all. And our final maneuver for today, we are going to hold a downward facing dog for 1 whole minute. let's go ahead and find your way into your downward facing dog. Maybe you have to negotiate with your downward facing dog here. Rio is sleeping. All right, our minute starts now. Beautiful. All right, so we brought a lot of attention to the wrists. Can you keep that attention at the wrists for this downward facing dog? Yeah. So where the fingertips were pulling back in that arm overhead position, now we're pressing the pads of the fingers into the mat. Yeah, finding some more engagement through the forearms, the underarms. Good, we are almost there. Can you keep finding your breath? And can you let this position feel strong, safe, comfortable, effective? Nice. Last 3. Last 2. And come on down. All right. Nice. So shake it out. There is your 5-minute wrist. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you use this practice to warm up if you're practicing inversions or if you're about to go to the skate park and get upside down. All right. Again, if you liked this video, go ahead and like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.